Hey, swingers
Hey swingers, we're back to
episode.
another episode of Tire Swing Games Play Speed Racer, and we got the jittery video again. As I'm sure you guys figured out already based off the last episode, this is another redubbing.
This
A
episode
year.
doesn't seem to be as bad though. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, all four episodes were actually all six episodes were bad. I believe. It's been a year since Dimitri edited the ones that were audio wise workable. So I don't know. I don't remember. He showed them to me. I think all the visual was like this jittery bullshit. I don't know why episodes 1 and 2 had fine audio and episodes 4 or 3 through 6 had the garbage audio that they did have. I don't remember exactly how garbage it was, but I know it was garbage. But the gameplay we're not even caring about right now. If we can play this game more later, some other time, if we want to get some better visual footage, anyways. But we were talking about last episode, how Mario's become pretty mediocre, and apparently Morbius, did Morbius come out, Seth?
Yeah, but that's Sony, not Marvel.
Oh, I thought it was Marvel. I heard it was super fucking bad.
Yes, and why do people keep hiring Jared Leto? He's not a good actor.
Jared Leto's in it.
He's Morbius.
Seth, I literally did not know anything about the movie other than it came out. So
Eden and I went and watched it.
did you really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I did not talk about it because there was nothing to talk about.
Eden, subscribe.
I think Eden is subscribed.
Well, I have no idea. Anyways, though, swingers. So there's probably significantly more to talk about these Marvels, but Seth hasn't seen most of them, and
I kind of don't wanna.
some of them are worth the watch. I think
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier is legitimately decent. WandaVision's overrated, and you're gonna hate the first 3 episodes anyways. Seth, every single episode is a different era sitcom. It starts with 50s era sitcoms for the first episode, and then it's 60s era sitcoms, and then it's 70s era sitcom,
Oh,
and it makes it through the 2000s, and it's like cool, I guess. Interesting character development for a character that we didn't know was into sitcoms before. But here's the thing, I don't give a shit. And the sitcom antics from the 50s, super fucking awkward as it turns out.
And guess what I hate above all else when I see a movie or TV show? Secondhand embarrassment.
Dude, it's so fucking awkward. I understand exactly what you mean, because I hate that shit too.
Like, I have genuinely stopped watching stuff because I got secondhand embarrassment.
Do you know how many shows I will just pause because I'm like, oh, this is fucking awkward, and just not watch for like 5 minutes until I'm like, fuck, if I just get through the awkward part, I'll get back to good shit.
Like, I did that with She-Ra, and that's a show I like.
Yeah, no, like I do that all the fucking time. I've done it with Breaking Bad. I've done it with the other Marvel, like the half canon Marvel shows now a bunch. Like I would just watch season 3 of Jessica Drew finally, and I had to pause a bunch of times in that. It did I finish season 3 of Jessica Drew Jones?
You're thinking you were mixing Nancy Drew and Jessica.
No, I wasn't. I was thinking mixing Jessica Drew and Jessica Jones.
Is it Jessica Drew?
Yes, she is a Green Lantern. She has anxiety.
Oh, wow.
Which is a really,
just like the rest of us.
thank you for interrupting, is a really interesting concept for a character whose power is focused through their will. No, wait, that's Jessica Cruz. Who the fuck is Jessica Drew? Jessica Drew might be one of the Spider Women. She might be Spider Woman. Yeah, she's Spider Woman.
Jesus. You are all over the map today, my guy.
Do you know how many Jessicas there are? It's a common name. It's not my fault. And Jessica followed by a 1-syllable last name, so that's not my fault.
I was reading this Reddit post today. It's like, why am I the asshole for yelling at my husband because I didn't want to name our kid Ted Bundy? And I just like, I didn't even read the post. I'm like,
No. Nope.
Like, no.
I get maybe your last name's Bundy, right? Out of, just pure coincidence. But it's like having it's like having the last name Dahmer and naming your kid Jeff. Not a good idea, swingers.
It's not a good look.
It's like having the last name Mussolini and naming your kid. Actually, the problem with like Hitlers and Mussolinis of the world is
how many are there?
I was gonna say no. It's that it's the last names that's got the negative association with it. But it's like having the name Jackson and naming your kid. Oh fuck! What was that president's name?
Andrew?
Yeah, having the last name Jackson and naming your kid Andrew. Most people at this point don't know that Andrew Jackson fucking sucked, but Andrew Jackson fucking sucked.
Andrew Jackson is not even arguably the worst president we've ever had.
Andrew Jackson is only arguably the worst president we've ever had. Seth, just because he's the only one that First of all, we've had multiple presidents successfully commit genocide. Andrew Jackson's just the one that's most well known for it. We've also had plenty of presidents that tried, and we also had Reagan, Trump, and Nixon, who were all pretty bad.
Nixon is only remembered as poorly as he was because of Watergate, though. He actually did some good while he was in office, even though I fucking hate him.
He did some good and a lot of bad. He did create the EPA, I think it was.
He ended
But he also kneecapped the EPA once, like, right away. Yes, he helped end Vietnam, right?
He ended the draft for Vietnam.
But he did some other pretty shitty stuff. And I'm blanking right now.
Well,
I am, but I do know he did do some really bad stuff.
He was the one who put in the Republicans' heads that they need to overturn Roe v. Wade so white babies would be born.
Nope. That was a Reaganism. Reagan did that. Basically, Reagan knew that the Republicans were still in an awkward position post Nixon, but the Dems were also in an awkward position because they started getting black people to like them, which white people did not like. So the Dems were losing white support, and the Republicans were looking to gain support, and they're like, most people actually don't have a problem with abortions, but you know who do? The evangelicals and the Catholics.
Which is kind of funny because when you
I think it was just the Catholics, but then he tricked the evangelicals into having a problem with it as well, and then suddenly it becomes a religious issue, and they were able to capitalize on that, which kind of shitty of them, because at the time at Roe v. Wade, most people either had no problem with it or supported it or straight up just did not give a shit.
Also, anyone who uses the Bible as their justification for being pro-life is a fucking hypocrite, because God killed millions of babies.
So, sure, cool. But here's the thing. Most people today are for Roe v. Wade. 60% of the country's for Roe v. Wade.
Which is an overwhelming number when you really think about it.
Yeah, because that means we got most of the liberals, a good amount of the independents, and a non-zero quantity of the GOP.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's even as high as 10% of the GOP.
Exactly. 10% of the GOP, slightly more than half of the independents, and damn near close to every liberal. But
except the dinos.
Manchin would vote to keep Roe v. Wade, probably. Cinema definitely would. They're shitty, but that's the one that's one of the ones I think that they would follow the party on. Manchin mostly cares about spending, and Roe v. Wade's no government spending. Um, the he might have take issue with, say, passing out free tampons to women, because that's government spending, is what he'd claim. Um, he is a piece of shit, so he might not support Roe v. Wade. But I think that's one of the ones where his personal opinion wouldn't matter. He would follow the party anyways.
He's also a little fucking baby.
Yep, he definitely is. But Swingers, how the fuck did we derail from Marvel to Roe v. Wade? Who knows? We're done with that now because Seth wanted to talk about.
I wanted to talk my ranked best movies of 2019,
and can I say number one because I already know what it is.
You're gonna steal my thunder, so no.
Damn it! So wait, are we gonna go in reverse order then?
Worst movie that I saw in 2019. It's a bit of a toss up, but I'm gonna go with Captain Marvel.
When did Venom come out?
2021. Oh, are you talking about the first Venom? That was 2018.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't see that.
Dude, you wouldn't have saw second Venom in theaters without seeing first Venom? That's so you.
Yeah.
That's so you.
Kind of fucking funny, isn't it?
Kind of funny, though.
But, like, Captain Marvel, it's not even, like, a bad movie. It's just mediocre. No, I'm sorry. Joker. Joker's the worst movie I saw in 2019.
Joker's such a bad fucking movie, Swingers. Yep. That is the worst movie we saw in 2019.
Yep. So, alright. Amendment. Addendum.
Joker's the worst movie
of 2019 that I saw, followed by Captain Marvel, which is honestly light years ahead of it.
Captain Marvel is just a mediocre movie. They wrote a movie and called it Captain Marvel.
This is a woman. This is a movie.
Like, they could have made, an actual
interesting character,
strong female character, but no, they just made a strong female character, and that's not the same.
They made a toxic masculinity character with a vagina.
Like, Swingers, they literally, instead of making a strong female character, they made a female character who happens to be really strong and thought that was the same.
They just did Tony Stark again, but worse.
Yeah.
Now,
anyways,
after that is Endgame. Honestly, not much better than Captain Marvel.
It was just...
It was so boring.
It was just baity. It was just, oh, look, cool scene, cool scene, cool scene. Without having a great plot or expanding on things that it should have expanded on or this and that. Like, there were so many fucking problems with it.
Like, you have this movie that's not very interesting, that relies on the fact that you care about these characters, and then you're gonna kill at least half of them.
Hey. Only Black Widow and Tony died. Steve Rogers was still alive at the end. But he might as well have been dead.
Plus, he
hasn't been
T'Challa's dead now.
Well, that's a different story, Seth.
I know. But I fully believe that the Marvel franchise killed him with the workload.
What did he die of? He died of a disease, Seth.
It was, I want to say, pancreatic cancer.
I think.
But he'd been battling it for years.
Yeah, but Seth, that's one of those ones where, like, I get the feeling that, like, Seth, he was getting some of the best medical care. If that wasn't enough, it wasn't the movie that did it. He was only in, 4 movies? And, like, he wasn't a big player in Endgame, Seth.
Well, no, he showed up at the very end to participate in the battle.
Yeah.
And he hardly participated. He had almost no screen time, and I think that's a fucking robbery. Because of the most recent Marvel movies, T'Challa's the most interesting fucking character.
Well, there are other pretty interesting characters, but anyways, so Endgame, what's the next on your list?
Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Okay.
Supremely entertaining.
That is true.
Great action pieces.
Yep.
Visually stunning.
Shit plot,
but an excellent score.
Yes. And that's what the other movies so far kind of lack. They didn't have as great of scores. Like, people, like, Marvel has music, and like it's got very like distinct.
Music, but it's not good.
It's not great. It's decent. It's legitimately decent, but it's also super repetitive. They use the same damn Avengers theme every single Avengers movie, which is fine. It makes sense. They do change it up a bit, but they could expand upon it further.
What if they pulled the Bleach theory, where it's just like make as many
bangers as you can?
Yeah, like what if they had hired Shiro Sagasu?
They wouldn't have hired they wouldn't. They said they wouldn't even. They didn't even hire John Williams. They didn't even hire Howard Shore, right?
George, not George. Something Zimmer. Hans Zimmer.
Did they hire? Who did they? They hired Hans Zimmer?
No, but he's one of the other
yeah,
big names.
No, those are the three, and none of them were hired for Marvel. I mean, please.
Well, those are the three white ones that everyone knows. Because
hold on,
they do American movies.
Hold on, Seth. Nobody knows the non-white ones. Not in America.
People should know them because
I'm not saying you're right or wrong.
I'm
just saying that you can't just say those are the white ones that everyone knows and imply that people know a great big name black composer. We don't, and it's sad because we should, but we don't.
But I can tell you a Japanese one right now. Two, actually, if I can remember the other one's name. Three, actually.
Hold on. I could tell you all these ones that if I knew their name.
Okay, no, I know three. Akira Ifukube, who did, at least 50% of the Godzilla movies.
I knew you were going to pick Godzilla's guy and do him first.
And he's fantastic.
Yes, he is. He's very, very good.
Pepperoni. He's excellent.
Was excellent.
Shiro Sagasu, who did
Bleach
and Evangelion and a bunch of other stuff.
He's fucking goated on the music.
And the lady who did the music for the Millennium series Godzilla movies, I can't remember her name for the life of me.
Shebang.
Definitely not. I know.
Oh, she might. I mean,
I remember the name of the lady who was in the Baragon suit. Her name was Ryota.
I didn't know they put women in those suits.
Yeah, she's a gymnast. She's tiny. And she used to scream in the suit, and it was hilarious. And the best movie of...
Hold on. Seth, I think that can wait till next episode, don't you?
You think we can wait?
I think we can expand upon that next time. But we'll get through this episode, because it's just about done. But Swingers.
My swingers.
We're stalling for time right now, Swingers, that's all.
There's 9 seconds left.
Yeah, it's 9 seconds left.
Oh,
it's Sonic Boom Boom Rinaldi! I don't like his character design compared to the movie.
Bye, Swingers.